Welcome to day 44. Yes, that's right. Only 44 more days till drag week. So, if you happen to catch day 45 of my, let's call it series, you'll know that I pretty much got the cylinder heads on, and pretty much that was it. Well, unfortunately, life got in the way for day 44, so I didn't do much more. But it did give me a little bit of time to talk to you guys about, and gals, sorry, about what do I got going on here. So let me get into it. So this way you have some idea of what I'm doing. Well, as you can see, well, maybe you can't see, it's a small block Chevy. It's actually a Dart SHP block. I went with that because the motor is actually a 427 small block. Well, basically what that means, it has a 4.125 bore, and the stroke is 4 inches. Now, to get the stroke in a small block Chevy that big, you actually have to grind away on the bottom of the cylinder bores. You have to grind the side of the block where the pan rail is, and you kind of have to watch out for the cam that the rods don't hit it. So what I did was, Eagle makes a set of rods that actually is already kind of specially cut to make sure the bolt and the side of the rod do not hit the cam. You can actually go a different way too. In the crank cam, you can actually make a smaller base circle cam, and that'll eliminate the problem with anything coming close and hitting things. So that's pretty much the bottom end. The rods are actually H-beam rods, and like I said, they're Eagle. The crank is a 4340 crank from Eagle as well. The pistons I got in it are they're off-the-shelf pistons, nothing custom really in this motor at all. They're Wiseco pistons. I forget the dome size, apologize about that, but with these particular cylinder heads, which are AFR cylinder heads, they're actually called Eliminator. They're 220 runner cc, and the actual combustion chamber is 75 cc's. They're not the end-all and be-all ones. They have actually a see if we can get the ports. Now you can't really get the ports. They have a race version that actually has bigger ports. This is quasi-street version. I also have a comp cams, solid roller cam in this. The roller lifters are comp cam as well as something called Enduro. I went with them. It seemed like when I was talking to them, that was the best for what I was doing. Let's see, what else about this motor? Has a, for me, it was a newer, I forget the exact name of it, but it's Melling or something like that for the oil pump, and it's called a Shark Tooth oil pump. Supposedly it's supposed to be more efficient, so I went with that. Let's see. That's pretty much about it. I guess the compression ratio, if you need to know that, with these pistons are about 8.3 to 1. Probably going to push about max 10 pounds of boost. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, let's see. I guess the oil pan is a Milidon oil pan. Again, that had to be, not really cut, but they made sure that the pan rail was clearance enough to not have a problem with the 4-inch stroke crank. That's pretty much about it. And you really can't see the pan that well. Sorry about that. That's about it. Yeah, I have mismatched rockers. Not really a reason. I've just been doing that for a long time. On the blower motors that I kind of put together on the exhaust side, I put the stainless steel ones in. On the intake, I go with the aluminum, a little lighter. They're actually 6.1 rockers. The cam, actually, like I said, cams, it's a blower turbo cam. The specs on the cam are lift is 575 intake and exhaust, and the advertised duration 3 and on the intake and 308 on the exhaust. The Center line is 114. And I think that's about it on that. The front of the motor, and not that I can say anything, but again, for a roller cam, you usually have to go with a button. This block actually had the ability to put a kind of like the cam block for the newer style cams where it has that plate. I didn't go with that. I went with a cam button. So with that, you have to actually use a thicker timing chain cover. I've had this one for a long time. It's a Milidon. I think they still make it. Like I said, I've had it for a long time. Always seem to use it. That's pretty much about it. So, yeah, the video is not the best quality. Just use my phone, and definitely the production value is not that great. But this isn't really about that. More about seeing if I actually make drag week this year. So, all right. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get a little more progress. Take care.